We're back at it again with another Battlefront update. Another week and another weekly news update covering all of the latest news surrounding EA Battlefront. This week we've got a smaller news update for all of you on a few topics that I really wanted to give some coverage on. And get this, everything in today's video is all good news too. Which I've gotta say, I honestly can't remember the last time I reported on nothing but good news when it came to Battlefront 2. I mean, maybe the original leak of Titan mode back in mid-2018, but either way. We've got some neat topics to talk about today, like modders making yet another breakthrough in Battlefront 2 modding, Twitch, the Xbox Game Pass news, and I'll even show you how to fix one of the most tedious errors associated with the game for the past few weeks. And before we get into any of that, but a quick reminder, as if you do like these type of videos, then do remember to give it a like to show your support for not only this update series, but also the content within it. With that out of the way, let's get into it. With the majority of DICE no longer working on Battlefront 2 and keeping all their focus on making Battlefield 6 great instead, the burden has of course fallen on modders to keep making Battlefront 2 fresh and fun with a whole slew of mods. And well, thus far they've done a bang-up job at it. Basically, whatever you could think of, odds are someone has likely already made a mod for it. However, even with that, there are still several limitations for modders to truly go far and beyond in modding the game like with the original Battlefront 2. One of these limitations was being unable to add new characters to the game, which of course would force modders to always swap out existing hero or reinforcements in the game with a modded character instead. And while this was fine at first, it still posed a problem long term, as it halted any possibility of modders making a large-scale conversion mod that was possible in the original game. So while people have been modding Battlefront 2 since 2018, it's now taken us to 2020, but one modder has finally cracked the code on this limitation once and for all. And the modder who did goes by the name of BTech Math, and with this knowledge, another modder called ThisGuy446 was able to create a new hero pack mod that adds 4 heroes to the game without replacing anyone. This mod adds Greedo and Dengar for the dark side, and Neon Numb and Rebel Iden Versio for the light side. Rebel Iden of course uses assets from the single player campaign, while Greedo, Dengar, and Neon Numb are directly ported over from Battlefront 2015. And man, they run absolutely great in Battlefront 2. Again, something like this would have never been possible a few months ago. So this is truly groundbreaking for the PC modding scene, and it's going to be really interesting to see now what kind of new mods people will be able to do without having to worry about this limitation any longer. Next piece of news I want to go over is rather small but still worth at least mentioning, but Battlefront 2 has finally hit 1 million followers on Twitch. While Battlefront 2 has been the most popular Star Wars game in recent years, it's kind of strange to learn that it's never hit the 1 million follower count on Twitch before. Especially during its heyday, unlike a lot of other games like Overwatch, Battlefield 5, or even Battlefield 1, who all had no problem reaching 1 million followers. So it's for sure unexpected to see Battlefront 2 get so popular on Twitch all of a sudden now, but hey, either way, great news nonetheless. Following that up, as most people have already heard, but last week both Microsoft and EA announced big news as soon EA Play will be available to members of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate and Xbox Game Pass free of charge. While this is huge for Xbox Game Pass in general, it also means both the PC and Xbox versions of Battlefront 2 could quite possibly in a few months be seeing a surge of brand new players. We've already seen this happen on the PS4 when Battlefront 2 was free with PS Plus during the summer and the player numbers on the PS4 skyrocketed. Then when Battlefront 2 got on Steam, PC player numbers also showed a decent boost in size. But however, Xbox unfortunately got the short end of the stick and never really had an opportunity to refresh its player numbers too. Well, at least until now. The only kicker here is that EA Play doesn't become available to Xbox Game Pass until holiday 2020, so yeah. Xbox players will still need to wait a little bit more, but when the EA Play does go live in a few months, then don't be surprised at all with a boost in players on Battlefront 2 Xbox. Especially considering that EA is advertising Battlefront 2 as one of their flagship games of EA Play 2 after all. Pair that bad boy up with xCloud and you'll even be able to play Battlefront 2 right on your phone anywhere, anytime. Lastly, I want to talk about a problem that has been plaguing so many players lately, not just on PC, but also those on consoles too. So much so that I think it's pretty important to talk about, as I've been personally seeing a lot of people even completely quitting the game altogether, all because of this one particular problem basically stopping them from playing the game anymore. And since Andrew Johnson and Jay Ingram, the two current community managers for EA Star Wars, don't even want to address it, then hey, what can I say? Someone's gotta step up to the plate here, especially when the solution is so simple too. What am I talking about exactly? Well, it's pretty much some type of glitch or error within the EA system that blocks you from playing online, and gives you a message out of nowhere each time saying that your account is ineligible or invalid. It's also confusing for PC players too, because it mentions Xbox even though PC players have nothing to do with the Xbox, but like I said, this problem has happened to both PC and console players, so Xbox and PS4. Now, the fix for this is actually pretty simple because, as it turns out, all you have to do is have an EA account, which you should already have as that account is already created when you first start playing the game, and it uses the same email as your Xbox or PS4 account. So check that email and there should be an email from EA saying that someone tried to log into your account, and they had to in response lock it and now need to reset your password. So head on over to signin.ea.com and request a password reset for that same email you used for your Xbox or PS4 account. You should then get a password reset email and then be able to change your EA account password and begin playing online once again. And there you go. Like I said, simple fix, but for whatever reason, this EA error message doesn't make it all that clear at all, and has been confusing so many people this past month and a half. So hopefully this will clear things up for a lot of you and help you all get back on the battlefront, especially to be ready for December. Until the next time, that will do it for your Battlefront update. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel to not only support it, but also keep up with Star Wars news, gaming, and canon lore released every week. And consider following me on Twitter and Facebook to never miss out on the latest Star Wars content. Thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.